Beats cleaning house, doesn't it, Ken? Well, you look lovely. You look great. Now, did I embarrass you by saying that you were reading a big stack? It just made me laugh. I went in to see you, and you had a huge stack of your clippings.
Yeah, I have them, actually.
Oh, don't you brought them for us?
I brought them out for you. I was going through my Auto Times newspaper, and I saw it says Jay Leno's Auto World, actually, is what it's, see? It says Leno proves he's really funny.
Oh, I see.
I have all kinds of clippings here.
I see. Oh, those are my clippings.
This is you, too, hamming it up in your class.
Actually, that's what year is that? That's 1960. That's me, yes, that's right.
Those are the clippings that I was going through.
Oh, catty. Well, congratulations on everything. Now, sort of, for people who don't know, I guess you're sort of a show business royalty. Your dad is, of course, Eddie Fisher,
yes.
and your mom is Connie Stevens.
Yes.
So that's pretty neat. I mean, you were in show business like from the first day?
Yes, the very first day, actually, when I was born. My mother was in the hospital, and my father wasn't there. What a shocker. And
welcome to Hollywood.
But my father was on stage in Las Vegas, and Connie was going into labor, and they rang the stage and delivered the phone call to backstage, and slapped me on the behind, and my first note came over the microphone onto the stage of the Frontier Hotel in Vegas. So I'm a singer.
Oh, really? So to this day, to get you on stage, they just have to give you that slap. That's just to get you going.
There was some guy back
there. Really? Was it kind of odd growing up in this town? I mean, with that sort of pressure with, I mean, you know, your mom is Connie Stevens, your dad is, and all the craziness?
Because I know so many other kind of lifestyles, it was so hard for me to compare it to anything else. But I guess I have the makings of what could have been disastrous, you know.
But you turned out
pretty normal, you know. I went to school like everybody else in Emerson College. Yeah, I know that.
But I think you did the accelerated, but you were out in like 3 years, which is unprecedented.
I don't think anybody ever graduates from Emerson. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Now, did you perform with your folks when you were a kid? I mean, did you do things as a child, or did you wait?
Yeah, it wasn't like, you know, okay, the kids have got to go on and we've got to make them part of the show. I mean, some people do that. But my sister, Tricia Lee, and I were like singers from the very start. We would, you know, learn songs and ask my mom. We'd always come up with ones that had like 9 verses in them, and they'd be getting the hook. But
well, there you go. Well, these things have turned out well. You're doing Grease now.
Yes.
And what, did I read you just bought a house? Is this your first house?
My first house, yeah, here in Los Angeles. I've been away from it for 2 months. I came in today for like an hour, and I got to go back to New York. So.
Well, tell me what happened with your mom when you rented your mom's house. Is this true, the story? Because this has sort of been floating around.
Yes, I was trying to be responsible. I was trying to help my mom rent this house out, and so I went through my mom's house. I went through all the rigmarole, you know, getting applications and running TRW and all that kind of thing. I had no idea what I was doing, but so these 3 young ladies applied like everybody else, and one was in public relations, and the other was a stewardess, flight attendant, and the other was a model/actress. That was on their applications, and it turned out that there were a few more ladies living there, and they had altogether different jobs.
Oh.
There were 7 of them all together. They all had their own phone line, and
the bill's going. I know that house. So really, it was like
allegedly they were involved with some Hollywood madam. I don't know.
Oh, really? So your mom, helping your mom out, renting her house, it's now a brothel. How fascinating.
Goodness, you know, and a friend of mine actually called up and said, you know, I went to a party at your old house and girls were dancing topless, and do you know anything about this? And just a mess.
Nice friends you have.
Yeah. And they weren't paying. That's the thing. They weren't paying the rent. That's how come we found out what they were doing. They weren't paying the rent, and I'm thinking they could pay us in cash and just never hear from us, you know? Why were they?
Now, did they wreck the house?
Nah. We just found odds and ends around the property.
Ooh. Now what is
you're a sick crowd.
I mean, how do you say to your mom, Ma, I rented the house? I mean,
you try not to talk about it.
Did Mom move back in afterwards?
No.
Because imagine
it's
guys
now rented happily.
Because the guys who keep coming back, oh, hi. Your mom's going, I'm sorry, we're closed.
We put some big bruiser guys in there now.
Oh, man, that's pretty, I mean, that's kind of scary. I mean, you were lucky. That could have turned into some horrible thing. Now, did you always want to act? Did you always want to be an actress?
I think so. I mean, how could I not, you know? I mean, I have this whole thing going on around me and watching some of the best entertainers, I think, that there are around my mom and dad. And It was either that or I sort of wanted to be Julie McCoy, the cruise director of the Love Boat. That looked like a really fun job to me.
Yeah, that's a good aspiration. Sure.
But, you know, that's...
Do you like cruises? Have you ever been on cruises?
I have, yeah.
Oh, really? See, I go nuts. I'm not a boat guy. I go batty on boats.
Oh, we loved them. My mom would work on them when we were kids, and we'd run around and take over the place, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but then you're stuck with the audience for like 3 weeks.
It's true.
And if they don't like the show,
Right.
you get the same guy. Oh, Jolson, that was a show. Thank you, sir. So now you're doing Grease. Now you replaced, there was Rosie O'Donnell, no.
Interesting casting, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell, Brooke Shields, Maureen McCormick.
All right, and then you.
And me.
And you're the latest. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty good. And you're at the Eugene O'Neill Theater. Do you like live theater? I mean, does it scare you?
I'm having a great time, but I am exhausted.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I did 2 shows Saturday, 2 shows Sunday, flew out here, gotta go back. So.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming on. Terrific. Jolie Fisher, be right back with Forerunner right after this. You're on stage. You forgot your underwear. How do you forget your underwear?
It's the prom scene. Yeah, it's a big dress. I forgot my trunks. So I went to the prom without my panties.
So, but isn't that the scene where you do a lot of twirling?
A lot of twirling. There was a lot of twirling.
And the next night, I imagine attendance is way up. All righty, folks. Welcome to show business. My next guest, our new vocal quartet from Nashville.